pitchers. So I've already made this. I didn't use a tube, I just sort of free form cut out a rectangle and rolled it together and pinched it and sealed the edge. So I need to make a pitcher, and it's not happening on the wheel, so I'm going to turn to slabs to do this. First thing I'm going to do is, just like I was doing it on the wheel, I'm going to wet this edge where I create the spout. And I'm going to hold my fingers up, and now my other finger goes on the inside and it starts going side to side, pulling the spout down. And this is up to you how wide this becomes. So I'm going to stop right there. And that's great. I could just put a bottom on it, but it's kind of plain. Remember I said that you have drawings of vases and drawings of bottles and things as you've been going around, and you want to get closer to that image. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit more darting. We did a little bit of darting when we created the vase. I'll do a little bit more now. First thing I'm going to do is, I really like this spout, but I kind of want to play it up a little bit so that it pops out more. So I'm going to take my knife and just cut this, just freehanding it. Okay, so now my spout has a little bit more attention on it. I'll go back and smooth all of that out. But I want it to have more shape. Cylinder's just not exciting enough for me. So I'm going to take a dart, make it a little bit more level. I'm going to take a pretty deep dart out right here. And when I did it before, I did straight line, doing it on the exact opposite side of the spout. When we did it before, I did straight lines. I'm going to curve it a little bit this time.
So what are you doing now?
I'm creating a dart so that I can change the shape of the pot. It's got a little bit more of a curve to it. Cut that out. And then I can go back, score and slip, and pinch that together. My clay's pretty wet. I'm just going to go ahead and blend it in.
That looks like it's probably only holds like about a gallon.
Well, probably less than that. Okay. So there, now it's got a little bit more personality to it, a little bit of gesture. I want more. So I'm going to take another dart out of the opposite side at the bottom. And what that's going to do is it's going to make it lean even more. So I'm going to go directly under the spout. And this one's not as wide. You can see how and then I'll pinch those together. And then I'm going to do the same thing down here to pull that whole shape in a little bit. So I'm going to take the same dart, put it on the back side of the piece, trace that on there. Pull that out, and again, I don't have a base on there yet, a bottom. I can just pull those edges together. Smooth that out. I will go back in on the inside and smooth all of that out. Now the other thing is, been throwing a lot. I've told you I'm getting a little tired of things being round. So I'm going to make sure that this has more of an oval shape to it. So it's got a little bit of gesture to it. It's kind of straight right here. I want to go and do something with that to make that even have more contour to it. So I'm going to cut out a diamond. So I see now there's a diamond cut out of there. And when I push those together, that pulls that in more. So
It gives it like a kind of like a neck.
yeah, so I'm moving kind of rapidly and I'm taking a lot of things out, but I mean, I want you to think about like how to manipulate the piece. And I don't really like that it has this throat to it, so I'm gonna go back and supporting it, I'm gonna stretch that out. Go up and down, back and forth. Okay. And then I will take my spare slab of clay and same deal. I'm going to mark where my base should be. Going to score and slip this whole area. Score and slip this. Sort of wiggle and apply firm pressure down. And you can go back and you can push out, you know, so it kind of jumps in a little bit here. I don't like that. I'm gonna put my hand in there and just push out and change that contour, smooth it out, get it to be exactly what you want. Okay, I've got a little bit of work to do with cleaning it up, cleaning up the seams on the inside, cleaning up this edge, but just to give you kind of a final vision of what this can be. I've pulled a handle already. Push that excess
Is
off.
it better to pull the handle first or push it first? Or does it matter?
In this case, I knew that I'd be working rapidly, and so I made my handle first, knowing that I needed it to stiffen up a little bit.
What about for us students though?
What's that?
What about for us students?
For us, probably the same thing. So, you know, it's a little funky, little different shape, but it's not a circle at the base, and it's not just a plain cylinder. So it's a good way that you can get closer to the sketches that you already made of vases, is just by altering that cylinder shape and altering it so that it's not a circle necessarily anymore.
So you already scored and set the base. Right?
Yes, score and slip all of your connections all the time. All right, any questions?